Yeah, so it was Halloween. It was right here on the corner of 2001. We pulled down the street there, and by some grace of God, you were still sitting there, Brian.
I just got there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I just pulled up when he came around the corner.
So what do you remember?
He just rolled down his window and he said he won't be joining you today. Then I looked in the window and saw your face like somebody had a shotgun pointed towards your head. Like the look of fright. The look of fear. Like you had that look like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening.
That was it right there.
Yeah, yep, that's the look you had. Can't believe this is happening. I couldn't believe it was happening either. I couldn't even believe he stopped there and even talked to me.
Me neither.
I was surprised. That was nice of him to do that.
Because I was kind of telling them about what time you get there when they were still wrapping me up. And I said, yeah, he stops here about 7 after. And I told him, you know, to wait for me because I go to work down to Wendy's. And it could make the other passengers miss their connection. So he's like, all right. I didn't know if he was going to do it though. And then we pulled down the street, how we just did tonight, and then he turned around the corner.
Yeah, he rolled his window down and he goes, he won't be joining you today. And I looked at you in the back window and you had an awful look on your face. Like, I can't believe this has happened.
I was so flabbergasted that I could be arrested and hauled in for 9 people breaking into my residence, and I get one of them and I bring him in and I call the police. I don't harm him or anything, and they turned it around on me, and I ended up having to do 4 months. Of course, the only clip I have of that time period is rolling right through here, and it says, you'll never guess what happened today. But that's what happened that day. And yeah, it's quite horrible sitting there in the back seat. But when I pulled around the corner, it's like, maybe I can jump out this window and crawl in that little tiny window on the bus.
Why were they coming in the house anyway? They didn't know anybody was home?
No, I heard them talking out in the alleyway, and the kid that I ended up catching, the last one out of the house, was this kid that was in the alleyway. And he's the one, the guy on the porch said, if anybody sees us out here, just say we're waiting for Christy, Fred's daughter. So he was there, he knows he was there, and yet he lied about it. He had time to talk to his buddies and then go give a statement to the cops, which the cops fully believed them, of course, because it's me, right, Mr. Terrible.
Well, you know how you could have avoided all that though?
What's that? How?
If you, this is the way I would have done it, and would have avoided all of that. Once I saw them out there and heard them talking, I would have said, can I help you guys with something? And as soon as they knew you were there, they would have got the hell out of there. That's what I would have done. I would have went outside and said, what can I do for you guys? And then once they knew you were there, they would have got the hell out of there.
They had already come in before I could go downstairs and say anything though, and then they shut the door real fast, and that's when Bear started barking all the more. And then one of them knew Bear because he was saying his name. Here, Bear, nice Bear, come here. And then he shut the door. I heard him shut him in the bathroom downstairs, and a voice went, go! And they all flooded up the stairs at the time. I had just gotten down to the 2nd floor from the 3rd, and was standing around the corner with a camcorder, and of course the battery was dead from the day before. But anyways, so I pop out and I'm like, hey, what's up, fellas?
And they
fucking ran, dude, just like that truck. It's like, hey, where you going? Oh, wait a minute, come here. I counted them, man. I can count.
How many was there?
3 went straight across down to 2nd Street. 2 went down eastbound to Chemung Street. 2 went up around the way to Wall Street, down towards the bus station that I got on tonight here. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, nobody believes me because I didn't have the camera on, of course, no battery. But then the one that went around the back of the house was the one that was standing out on the road. They told to be the watch out, Christy's friend, Logan. And Christy was like, no way, he's my friend. He wouldn't do that. He's a goody-goody. Yeah, well, you didn't hear him talking about it, getting the CDs and where the guitars were and the Kiss dolls and shit that Fred had, you know. She was talking about this stuff to her friends at school, must be. And, you know, word gets around, and the wrong ear picks it up, you know, and they decide to come on in. Only they didn't know I was there.
Was Fred happy you caught him?
Yeah, but the police said something, got him on a recorded line, and they threatened to use him as part of the witness again. But they didn't have a gun. They came back for the BB gun search warrant. They didn't find a B or a B, and they didn't find a damn gun, that's for sure. And I told them all along it was a camcorder. They didn't act like they wanted to get up there, so I'm like, what can I say? Really fast I thought this. What can I say to get these cops up here? You know? But I said, oh, I got him at BB gun point, like at the end of Cops. Yeah, it's not a good thing to say. So they used that recording alone to try to get me on a felony. The newspaper had me convicted. I didn't even see the lawyer. Had me going to 7.5 years away. Then they had to mention all the past stuff that was never really proven. You know what I mean? Nobody caught me burning the house down. Nobody caught me with matches, lighting a match to a fire or anything like that. I was a fucking mile away when they caught me up. But because they were looking for solving all those burglaries that happened in 1994, they thought they had me over a barrel. And once again, I put my foot in my mouth without counsel present. Don't say anything until your lawyer gets there.
So not one of those people that trespassed in Fred's house got in any trouble.
Oh, the kid that said he wasn't there, the one that says, I was just walking up the alleyway. He was able to identify the kingpin, or the gang, or whatever. Yeah, Rory Allen.
So did they do anything to those kids?
Oh yeah, he got some time for it.